It's your boy, Super Barber Sampson, with another video. Hey, check this out. We got a video, once a month, I decided I'm gonna do a video based off of one of my young clients. So I'm giving a shout out now to all of my young clients that if you've been doing great in school and you've been trying to take your young life to the next young level, you know, holla at me, let me know, and you come and sit in my chair. You talk to me all the time anyhow, and I'm going to be giving shout outs to you because I feel like you deserve it. And I think a lot of people, young people, are being overlooked, and I think they should be rewarded with with congratulations, with a thank you, that they could be doing something else. Their mind could be somewhere else, but yet they decided to stay on a straight path, straight narrow path, and do what they're supposed to do. So my young client for this month is, drum roll please, you'll see it in a moment, but let's get ready for this video. All right? Let's go! Okay, let's get it started. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button right now, ASAP. Become a part of the Sampson Barber Super Barber Gang. This is your young boy, Nelson Newman. Go find him at nelson._.newman right now on IG. Hey, check this out. The reason I put this video together is not just for a tutorial. You know what I always tell you guys, everybody who's part of the Super Barber Gang, I tell you these specific words. Make sure that you are able to give more knowledge than just a tutorial. So if you have knowledge, you can be able to give something more than just what you do with the clippers. All right, so I want to give y'all some free 99 knowledge, so you can not just take my knowledge and keep it to yourself, but you can share it with somebody else. I want to talk to you about young clients. Now, with this young client, Nelson, I've been cutting him and his brothers and his dad. I've been driving out there. This is one of my house call clients, but they have decided to come all the way down to me until my bus. If you don't know, the Super Barber Bus is on its way. It's like almost done, and we just gotta finish putting on some of the trimmings. Hopefully, within the next week or two, we'll be able to beat and pull up wherever you at right now. Shameless plug, but I just wanted to share that with you, that these are one of my clients, and let me tell you what made me have him as the young client of the month, the young G, the young GOAT of the month. Not because I just cut him, but because this young dude, he literally hit me on IG. Now, he's a regular client, right? And normally his mom would call me up and say, hey, Sampson, when are you coming? I need my boy's haircut. Come on down. Are you coming today, tomorrow, next week? Then I'll be feeling bad in the last couple of months because I haven't been able, you know, after COVID, I sold the bus, and then, you know, no more excuses, right? But he hit me on IG. He was like, Sampson, I need a cut bad. I don't want to go to nobody else. So when his mom came in today, she was telling me that, you know, she wanted to go to some other barbershop and take him, and he lost it. And so she's like, no, he was like, no, I'm not going to nobody else but Sampson. I'm just gonna let my hair grow until Sampson cuts it. So that's why he's the young GOAT, because he's learning at a young age to stick to his guns and to get what he wants, because it's something that he believes in, and that's, he believes in me. Yes, I said it. He believes in me, giving him the best haircut that he's ever had, and that's why he's the young GOAT. So I want to talk to you guys about a little bit about having young clients. As you have your young clients is actually going to be the gears that are meshed together to help you move your engine. A lot of celebrity barbers I know, they do not want to cut kids, right? They do not want to cut kids. But I want to tell you, some of you guys who are celebrity barbers, that if you do not want to cut kids, I promise you, those kids are going to remember that, and they won't go to you in the future, right? And so the whole idea is cutting the kids, blazing them, hooking them up. And I'm not just talking about babies. I'm talking about young kids who want to have that fresh look. The young kids the young boys, the young girls who want to have that fresh look when they go to school, when they're around their peers, when they're around their family, when they're around the kids or their neighbors or whatever, right? They want to look fresh. They want the same haircuts that they see on IG. So when they see my pictures on IG, they come and say, Samson, I want this type of a haircut. And so what essentially happens is they sit in my chair and I give them the haircut that they want, right? And then they share it with their friends, right? So no, they don't pay the same price as an adult, right? Okay, now for all you money hungry barbers out there who only want to do adults who got a lot of money, or celebrities who got a lot of paper, I mean, kudos to you. I mean, I'm not shooting you down for that, but I'm telling you what gives you longevity in this business. I've been doing this for 30 years. And the reason I'm able to survive is that the grown men, my friends who I used to cut when we was teenagers, now have kids. Now they have grandkids, but their kids are coming and they say, I remember my dad used to bring me to your barbershop. I remember my dad used to bring me, and man, go shout them out. And some of these kids who I've cut, their dads was famous, and now guess what? It trickles on down to more exposure for my brand, right? Just because they know I'm a solid dude, I'm consistent. When I say I'm gonna cut your hair, I'm gonna cut your hair. I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability, and I'm gonna make sure that you're straight, right? So the whole idea of becoming not just a great barber, I'm not even gonna say a celebrity barber, but you have to treat these young kids like they're celebrities. Like, you have to make them feel good. You have to not just make them feel good, you have to put them in a place that they, because we all, you guys, everybody was a kid at one point in time. And one of the main things we had was peer pressure. And coming up in New York, peer pressure was clothing, how your hair looked. Well, back then, in my day, the hair wasn't even a big deal. If you had waves, that was cool. If you had an afro, that was cool. And then it went to the flat top. Then, so all of those things play a part in self-esteem and in peer pressure, as far as the peers, the people who they hang out with, whether they're on a basketball team or whether they got friends hanging out with their friends. All of it matters, right? And check this out. You as a barber have the opportunity to hook this kid up or hook the kid up, so that way he looks good with and amongst his friends, right? So what would it, let me tell you this. This is crazy, right? Hopefully this will blow your mind. I know it sounds like it's something small, but it's really something great and something big, right? So now I have so many kids. I give example, Marcus Strickland, right? Now I was cutting his hair when I first moved here to Texas, right? And when I first moved here to Texas, I cut Marcus Strickland. If you don't know who Marcus Strickland is, go look him up on IG. He plays for Oklahoma. He's a defensive end. He's DN for Oklahoma. This will be his second year. He going into first year, he got playtime. Second year, he gonna get more playtime. And guess what happens, right? So I was cutting him when I moved into my neighborhood. When I moved into my neighborhood down in Texas, he was, I believe, in the 10th grade, right? So I started cutting him and all his homies. And he would bring all of them to the shop. I still cut them today. Of course, they graduated high school. Some of them went to college. Some of them went to school, went to different other schools. Some of them picked up trades. Some of them went away. So, whatever, right? But at the end of the day, majority still come to me, right? And So Marcus Strickland, now he's in Oklahoma, but every time he comes here back to Katy, Texas, he calls me up and says, Sam, when can I get the hookup? When can I get a haircut? Right? So that's really, really, really important to me, right? So what happens is his friends, sometimes he bring his friends down from Oklahoma, and when they come down, you know, he's like, hey, can you hook them up? And you don't know if these guys are going to be the next NFL stars. You don't know if these guys are going to be the next NBA stars. You don't know if these guys are going to be the next presidents of the United States. You don't know if these guys, and what barbers have, you know, in a lot of shops, I love the movie Coming to America. I love also the other barbershop movies, The Barbershop, where Cedric Entertainer, where he was playing a part where he said he cut all these different people hair. And it's an honor to cut these people hair because these people look good based off of your skills, right? And so this is what keeps that. So these young people keep your engine moving, right? These are the kids who are growing up to be strong teenagers, to be strong young men, young women, right? And they're growing up into an age where when they start sharing, like, people gonna ask them, like, who cut your hair? Like where you get your hair cut? And you're like, man, I had my barber ever since I was 10 years old. I had my barber ever since I was 12 years old. I had my barber ever since I was 15 years old, and he still cut me now. He be blazing me, right? And so this is part of an engine, just like any major company, right? I go to Finish Line because Finish Line, I like their shoes. I like the way they do business, right? I also go to a couple of other, because I'm a sneakerhead, so I go to a couple of other sneaker stores. Why? Because I love sneakers, right? And I'm going to continue to give them business as long as they continue to give me service. But if they continue to have people like me, if they don't treat me right, or if they don't give me my discount card because of me buying so many shoes, right, I'm going to eventually leave them and go to somebody else who's going to treat me right and make me look good, right? So this is not just sneakers, but like Pepsi, like Coca-Cola, like all these big Fortune 500 companies who are major on a large scale, right? Their job is to keep the engine going. They need people to buy their sodas. They need people to buy Ritz crackers. They need people to buy their Ritz crackers. People, you know, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Kids are your clients. If you do not take care of your kids, one day you will not have adults to cut. Alright? So here's what I want you to do. I'm giving you all of that for free 99. Pick up your clippers, cut them kids, take care of them kids, subscribe, like, hit that bell button.
Let's go!